Alright guys, in today's video we're going to talk about some of the things that I wish I knew before starting my own Shopify store. Now I did have a successful first Shopify store, but I did come across some issues, so hopefully you guys are able to learn something from them. So one of the first things I wish I knew was the fact that products could take up to 28 business days to arrive. Now I do know that in the website it says 6 to 14, but sometimes that isn't the case. Even if you order the product right away, like as soon as they place it, the product might take up to 28 business days just because it has to go through customs and whatnot, or it gets delayed, or that person or that supplier isn't shipping them on time. So it could be various things that cause that delay, so be aware of that. And that actually brings me to my next point. Because you're going to get a lot of orders delayed and you're going to get people complaining, some of them are going to turn into chargebacks. And nobody really talked to me about chargebacks, but here's the thing with chargebacks: if you get way too many, you're going to run that risk of getting your account shut down. Not with Shopify, but with your merchant processor. And if you get shut down, so one of two things are going to happen. You're going to either have your PayPal banned or limited, and you're going to have no access to it, or you're going to get your merchant processor shut down. So make sure you communicate well with your customers, let them know what's happening, let them know everything that's going on. If they have a delay, let them know that you're well aware. Try to keep up to date with them, see if they received it or not, because you want to receive as little as chargebacks as possible. If you go on receiving no chargebacks, I mean, that's great, but be aware that products could take up to 28 days. So you might have to kind of be on your guard with customers, or just be constantly talking to customers to let them know that everything's okay. So one of the other things I wish I knew was the fact that since most of the suppliers are coming out from China, they have that Chinese holiday that's like a month long, or they don't work for like a month. So everything's shut down, and it's only like, it's between the first quarter. I'm not sure exactly what month, but it's in the first quarter of the year. It's always on the first quarter of the year, and they shut down for like about a month. Either some of them shut down for 3 weeks, some of them shut down for 6 weeks. So it does vary sometimes from supplier to supplier, but generally give it about a month that you won't be able to accept orders onto it. A way you could go around that is ordering some products beforehand, so you can make some sales and kind of lowering your ad spend. So that's one way to kind of get sales but not burn through a lot of money and not have to rely on the supplier, or in this case the supplier, to be there and ship out the products, or just try to focus at that time for that month on products that are not coming in from China. And the last thing that I wish I knew, I really wish I knew this, is the fact that if you're on your store, if you're making a store and you put your personal information, that personal information is going to show up on the other person's billing report. So for example, let's just say that your customer didn't receive the product, and you email them, you have your business email set up and everything, you're communicating, and they say that, okay, they probably come to the conclusion, it's like, okay, this is enough. They call their bank, or they check their bank statement, and they're going to see your phone number. If you put your personal phone number, they're going to go ahead and see that, and they're going to give you a call, or they're going to try to call that number, because you're going to think that's customer support. That happened to me. I was in the middle of driving when I got called by somebody telling me that they haven't received the product, and it's just really awkward because you never expect that call, especially to your personal phone number. So be careful with that. And then with your address, some banks do reveal your location, so you have to know what you want to put. If you feel comfortable putting your address, go ahead and do that. You could put an empty warehouse, that's totally fine. And for your phone number, you could put a business number, get a Google number, put that just in case somebody does have to reach out to you and you don't want to go into your personal phone, or you don't want anybody knowing your personal phone. Just make sure you protect yourself out. So with that being said, the only time you don't want to change the location like that is when you're applying for a merchant provider. The reason you don't want to do that is because if they notice you do that, they block you, or they put you on this ban where you can no longer open up merchant accounts because you try to lie to them, and they're going to take that as you trying to do something negative, or trying to steal other people's money, or just trying to fraud people. So be very careful when it comes to that. Make sure you change your name or phone number, not your name, but your address and phone number on the Shopify page, because that information is going to be revealed to the customer. They're going to have access to that phone number and whatnot. But when it comes to a merchant processor, like an actual merchant processor like Stripe, PayPal, Authorize.net, and some of these other ones, do not lie. Put your actual information. They won't share it, because if you lie, you pretty much are left with no options when it comes to choosing merchant processors. So that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys learned something from it. Hopefully you guys don't come across these issues, and if you do, feel free to reach out to me. I could probably help you out, give you some few pointers here and there. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.